Is it better to be a jack of all trades or a master of none? I am so excited to be back with you guys because this is such a hot topic because which one is better? Ayana, thoughts?
So I think the question should really be which one is better for you right now in this moment, because they both have their light, they both have their shadows, right? A jack of all trades, that just means that you're curious, you're excited, you find so many different avenues in life fascinating. And so you can always, of course, take that too far. And in ways that I've seen it be taken too far, or better, I should say, ways that I've taken being a jack of all trades too far, is that I use all of the different opportunities and all of my multi-passionateness to distract myself from the one thing that really matters, that I'm really meant to hone in on. I dabble in everything 20%, which then means that I'm not fulfilling anything for the 100%. But once I realized that and was able to really zone in on what I was doing, on the fact that I was actually procrastinating and not just doing a bunch of things that I was passionate about, then I was able to understand the value of the fact that I know so many different modalities, that I love a bit of astrology, love some human design, but also have a marketing background. And then you zoom in on that one thing that you're really going in for your direction, and you find out you need all of those bits and bobs to actually become the master of one. So I'd love to hear your reflections. What does it mean for you, Maya?
Oh my gosh. Well, yes, in terms of reflection. So I love that you said it just depends ultimately where you're at and just that self observation of the different areas in which you need to be a master of one, where you are honing in your craft and where you channel that. But in the other ways in which you're spending 20% in all of the other areas, and that actually enhances that mastery that you have. So the marketing, for example, is so important. And this is such an amazing skill to have for entrepreneurs. And so for our discussion on Friday, what we're really going to be discussing is the bright side of both and the shadow side of both, because with being a jack of all trades, I know that there's a lot of shame that is around this, especially when you're younger. In my, going through college, I was undecided for, I don't even know, I was in school for 10 years, university, just to get my bachelor's of science, by the way. And it's because I went through 10 majors. I changed so many times. I've been in so many different careers, and they're all different and random, from beauty to politics to hospitality to teaching, parks and recreation, just to name a few, and mainly in the corporate realm. But the essence that I found in all of this is that every single thing that I've experienced that may seem different, it's fully supporting me to where I am today. So in politics, it is supporting me with why my business is an impact business and I can advocate. All of the sales that I've had and the marketing is to help me market my coaching business. And so these are all of the things, but the essence has always been the same. And so I've really been mastering myself as well. And so we want to talk about the light, the dark, and then of course, we are going to provide to you all of the tangibles of how to cultivate more of each side, because it's really important as we're on this path to be in equanimity of everything. Too much of one thing is actually never a good thing. So we want to show you how you can harness both, still be grounded, not be overwhelmed, be a master of one, but also a jack of all trades for the benefit of you long term, to living a life of freedom, of joy, of having these skills to be able to navigate any different areas of your life. And so, Ayana, I would love to hear from you. What is this bringing up for you?
It is bringing up so much because, similar to you, I also spent a lot of time in school trying to do different things. I did psychology, then I did programming and data science, then I went into marketing. Now I'm a spiritual life coach. And so, what I really found is that the universe sends us in different directions. And even though they are seemingly unconnected or disconnected, maybe in the moment, later you will realize when you're starting your own business or whatever it is that your master of one is, you'll see how much you need all of those skills that you learned along the way. Right? The psychologist clearly connected to the coach, but the data scientist, the person who is able to analyze all of the data and have that mindset, is great for the business side of the entrepreneurship that I'm facing now. And so, even though those two things seemed completely disconnected at the time, and many people just thought I was distracted or kind of like whimsy, couldn't really pick one thing, didn't know what she wanted or who she was, now all of those things are supporting me and building a thriving business by myself until I get the support to be able to build that out into a team. And so, really, giving ourselves permission and grace as well. If you have those moments that you're not seeing the red thread, we really want to talk about finding a way for you to figure out what it is that your red thread is so that you understand nothing that you're doing is for nothing. Everything is a direction for a reason. And when it's not right, you will be redirected into the next skill that you need to live your master of one. And so that's just some of what came through for me, Maya. Do you have anything else to share?
Yes. Okay. So I love you're talking about this red thread. This is exactly where I was going to go. So, one of the things that we are going to be teaching you is how to create a mission and a vision life statement. So, it's kind of the same concept as a business, right? But it's for your life. And we'll be taking you through the step by steps of how to create it. And this is your red thread. This is the clarity because it is in the connection that you find that you feel more empowered to continue trying these different things that, again, seemingly do not look like they're connected. But Ayana and I have a lot of experience in being able to help our clients in putting all of these random things together and packaging it into your unique gift and how you share and heal the world with this unique gift. This is that secret sauce, that secret combination of what makes you different from everyone else. And that is so special. And the next thing that came through too is, when you and I were talking about these differences, or all the different paths that we have been on, who decided this path? So we're really in a space of comparison. And so we want to also address this as well, how we can really honor where we're at in our truth and not compare ourselves to other people and their journey, because a midlife crisis is a real thing. So they may look like they're on the quote unquote right path, but you will find that people who are jack of all trades and a master of some are actually happier long term because you live more in a life of curiosity. You're constantly learning, you're constantly expanding. And so those are just a few things. Clearly, I'm so excited to share all of this with you all on Friday.
I am so, so excited. I can just see this conversation has so many like layers and complexities and nuances in it. And we're really going to dig deep, but also ensure that we're all walking out of that day with something tangible and with clarity on whether you need to tap more into your jack of all trades or whether you need to tap more into your master of one. And so with that, I'm so, so excited to see you all on Friday, December 17th, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central European Time. You can find our links in the bio. We look forward to chatting more with you. Bring your questions, bring where you're at, share your stories, and let's just really dive deep and walk away together with more than what we came in with. So excited. See you on Friday.